Let me say something that may surprise you. If your entire plan for retirement is to stop working, stop thinking, stop engaging, you've misunderstood the point of both money and life. I've watched this happen for decades. People finally reach the moment they've been waiting for, and instead of freedom, they walk into a quiet kind of decline. Not because they lack money, but because they retire from purpose. If you're over 50 and counting the days until you can shut everything down, you need to hear this. Here's the mistake I see over and over again. People treat retirement like a finish line. They believe that once they cross it, the hard part is over. No more pressure, no more decisions, no more discomfort. So they plan obsessively around not running out of money, but barely think about what they'll run toward. They downshift too early. They simplify too much. They reduce risk, but also reduce engagement. And then something subtle happens. Their world shrinks. Their curiosity fades. Their edge dulls. And financially, that mindset often leads to overly cautious decisions that quietly erode purchasing power, flexibility, and confidence. The trap isn't retirement itself. The trap is how most people think about it. I'm not anti-retirement. I'm anti-withdrawal. From thinking, from learning, from purposeful activity. After more than 50 years in investing, watching people age with strength or with fear, I've learned this. The goal isn't to stop. The goal is to shift intelligently. By the end of this video, I want you to understand why retiring from growth is dangerous, how it affects your finances and your mindset, and how to approach the next phase of life without walking into the most common traps. Early on, I noticed something troubling. People who stopped completely didn't get more energized, they got smaller. Rest is necessary, recovery matters, but permanent disengagement is different. When people stop challenging themselves, they don't stay neutral, they decay. I've seen brilliant professionals lose confidence not because they lacked ability, but because they stopped exercising it. Many retirees become obsessed with being conservative. Lower volatility, lower returns, lower stress. But I've learned that excessive conservatism can be dangerous, especially over long periods. Inflation doesn't retire when you do, neither do taxes or unexpected expenses. I've watched people protect their portfolios so carefully that they slowly lost purchasing power anyway, quietly, predictably. This one surprises people, but it's real. When individuals retire without replacing their professional identity, they often lose confidence. And when confidence goes, decision-making suffers. I've seen people second-guess everything after retirement. They become overly reactive, fearful, and dependent on reassurance. That's not a market problem. That's a mindset problem. One of the saddest phrases I hear is, "I'm just killing time." Time is not something to kill. It's something to invest carefully and intentionally. People who drift after retirement often drift financially too. They become passive, and passivity is rarely rewarded in markets or in life. Throughout my career, I valued optionality, the ability to adapt when conditions change. Retiring too rigidly financially or psychologically kills optionality. It locks you into one version of the future. The happiest, most secure retirees I know keep their options open. They stay curious. They stay flexible. They stay engaged. Let's address a few common beliefs. Myth has owned retirement means I've earned the right to stop thinking. That's wrong. Thinking is not a burden, it's a privilege that keeps you sharp. Myth hash 2, lower returns guarantee peace of mind. No. Inadequate growth often creates more stress later, not less. Myth hash 3, I'll figure out purpose after I retire. That's backward. Purpose should come before the transition, not after. Here's a simple way to think about retirement. I call it SHIFT. Stay engaged. Keep something meaningful on your calendar. Hedge inflation. Don't confuse low volatility with safety. Invest in yourself. Skills, curiosity, and health still compound. Flex your plan. Revisit assumptions regularly. Think long term. Retirement is a phase, not an ending. This framework won't make headlines. It will make your life steadier. Let me leave you with this. Retirement becomes a trap when you treat it as an exit instead of a transition. Money alone won't protect you from boredom, fear, or bad decisions. Engagement will. Purpose will. Clear thinking will. I've spent my life managing risk. And one of the greatest risks I see is people retiring from growth itself. If you want more of my hard lessons without the sugarcoating, subscribe to the channel. And don't miss the next one.